Hello and welcome to Alice's Garden to Plate. I help viewers who are gardeners utilize their entire harvest year round by garden planning, preserving methods, and recipes. If that interests you, like and subscribe. That right there is Sally. She's my supervisor. You see a lot in the background making sure there's some quality assurance around here. In today's episode, I'm gonna do a tutorial on how to properly take care of a rosemary plant indoors and creating the best conditions for it. First condition that I provide is lighting. So the rosemary is like a lot and it likes 8+. So I put it in a window facing of southwest. I also provide a full spectrum LED. So most of the day it will get that, and from 2 to 11 I add direct light for this side. So all the way around, this plant has a 360 degree of light, which is wonderful for it. This is a barbecue rosemary. I have noticed out of all the types that I've used previously, it handles the transition a lot better being in a pot grown indoors because it's more stout. The needles are a lot more thick. I also highly suggest when it comes to placing near the window or anything like that, if it's near a patio door, that has a big possibility of drafts coming through in and out. So don't put them there because I have lost a ton of needles because of that. So it is near windows and far enough forward it's not having a draft problem. I have it on top of a table, so that is why I did that. I also noticed that there was a problem with dropping of needles from being near heat vents. It doesn't want that. It doesn't like that condition. So I don't have it near heat vents right now. This, from what you see on the top, is all new growth since I harvest, and it's been indoors, so it's happy where it is. Now let's talk about the other condition that you want to provide: moisture. I have in the same room near the plant a humidifier that I run at night to help me breathe during the winter, and I also provide a fertilizer that is in the water. It's liquid form. That is by Fox Farm, and it's the Big Bloom one. I highly suggest it. I mix it into the water that is just tap, and I leave the top off so the chlorine can gas out. So that way it's an ideal water. I feed about once every 3 weeks when I do a fresh water. What I highly suggest is getting a moisture meter. The rule of thumb we have all done, who loves plants and who garden, is what's going on with the soil the first 2 inches and how much you water through. It's a little different with the rosemary. They don't like being saturated, so moisture meters can tell you what's going on with the roots because of the length. So I will go in. What's the first 2 inches doing? It's bone dry, it says, the moisture meter. Push it down by the roots. It's getting close to the wet mark to tell me do not water. Go by what the roots are requiring, not by what the top 2 inches of the soil are. Check multiple points when you go through to see what's going on, because being that it's facing here with the light, the back of the soil there could be a little bit more dry than compared to the front. So definitely do that. If you enjoyed today's episode, click that like button so therefore the algorithm will work in your favor. By subscribing to the channel, you'll be notified of new content. Thanks for viewing.